So we're going back over to Brad Lawler, Home Team Inspections. This happens to deal with ticks in Kentucky that are a threat year-round and are most prominent in the warmer months, with deer ticks and dog ticks among the most common in Louisville and Southern Indiana. And Lisa sent us a question about getting rid of, preventing ticks in the yard. Is there a way to prevent them? I know, Greg, with my two young grandkids and your two young kids, it would be important to make sure there are no ticks. So, Brad, what are the easy ways to do this and keep people safe?
Well, the best thing to do is to keep the foliage trimmed back in your yard. So if you've got a yard that's heavily wooded, anywhere that's kind of damp and shady is where ticks love to hang out. They will hang out around wood piles, but most importantly, ticks are carried on animals. So deer are a big carrier. You call them deer ticks, or the black-legged ticks that we have. Those are the ones that are, carriers of Lyme disease and other problems. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to keep animals, rodents out of your yard. So anything you can do to cut back foliage. I know there's a lot of things you can do to, landscaping. I mean, people put barriers, wood chip barriers around the perimeter of areas where the kids play, because ticks aren't going to, walk across wood chips. They don't go across vast expanses of lawn. But if they can ride on a squirrel, if they can ride on deer, then they'll come into those areas where the kids play. So you don't necessarily have to treat with a pesticide or what they call an aricide specifically for ticks, but there are natural things you can do. But it's really going to be property maintenance, just keeping the foliage cut back. And then if you do get to the point of pesticides, if you want to do it yourself, just be very careful. Read all of the label instructions. If you're not comfortable with the personal protective equipment that's needed to do those treatments, because you don't spray full lawns for ticks, you're only treating shady areas. Call a professional in to do that. Tick treatments are really only twice a year. We've kind of missed the spring startup, but there's going to be another round of tick treatments come in early to mid-October, because that's when the black-legged ticks are starting to come back out at that time. So you want to treat then, and then you want to treat in mid-April, to mid-May.
Got it. All right. And Greg, you might want to be keeping an eye out with
Well, we look for the dogs. We don't have much. We don't have many damp, shady areas. I thought you were talking about a couple of my friends there, Brad, before you got said.
Yeah, right.
No. So the big things I think we always hear is, your dogs come inside and a tick falls off your dog and it's in your bed, because the dogs are the ones that are running free in those areas most of the time, even in dog parks and everything. So dog maintenance too. Make sure they've got their tick medicine and heartworm, all that good stuff. Help too.
A reminder, if you want to see what sellers are writing about us and buyers are writing about us, head over to LouisvilleZillow.com or LouisvilleGoogle.com. We're really proud of our reviews, and take a look over there and you'll see why.